The crazy town of South Pickett. In the small state of Rhode Island, there was a town, South Pickett. This was a town full of crazy stories written in books and all over the news, but no one ever dared to go there. This town was notorious for robberies, ghosts, late-night police chases, and an actual cookie monster. No one ever dared to visit. The only people that lived in this town were the ones that were born there. They all refused to leave because they are under the power of these ghosts, and whenever the person goes, the ghosts will follow. No other town will take the people that were once residents of South Pickett. This town was the definition of a sinister. The news reporters toiled to find all of the answers, and they were determined to keep going until they found out every single one. The people in the town at this point were diagnosed with anxiety because of all of the unanswered questions. The ghosts would torment their children at night. They would mess around with the bookshelves and come out at the worst possible times. There were many sleepless nights in South Pickett. No one ever fell fast asleep. They would doze off for a little while and then be woken up by the whistling in their ear or a big bang of something crashing to the floor. Parents would say their infants would wake them up in the middle of the night with a scorching scream that would pierce their ears. This town was full of misfortune. These reporters would come up with prophecies, but no one could actually figure out what was happening to this town. It was all falling apart, one night at a time. Every night, parents reported that they would go into their child's room and sleep with them. These parents were benevolent. All they wanted was for their kids to be okay. The stories about this town that were told were nuts. A small child told their father that they could hear a murmur outside their window at midnight every night, yet no one seemed to be out there. At 2 every morning, the child would hear scratching on the ceiling, and no scratch marks were ever left. At 4 o'clock every morning, the child would hear what sounded like a banging pots and pans. These sounds were elusive. Parents and all adults tried so hard to be polite about this whole situation, but all they wanted was answers, and that no one had. This was beyond frustrating for the entire town. One day the town gathered and an orator spoke professionally about the situation, but this sure didn't solve any problems or answer any questions. People's anxiety just kept getting worse, and eventually everyone was going to snap. It was just a matter of time.